Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. This time I'll be talking about the official Doctor Who quiz book by Jacqueline Rayner. This book may have missed you by because you're so excited about Peter Capaldi being out there and all of the excitement that a brand new Doctor came. Well, Jacqueline Rayner, who's also responsible for some particularly good big finishes and some great Doctor Who stuff in general, as well as a very, very good column in Doctor Who magazine, has put together perhaps the greatest of all Doctor Who quiz books. Now, for a long time, there were quiz books out there from Virgin and from Target as well, dealing, of course, with the first four Doctors, because let's face it, when those books were out, that was all there was. There's been the odd book you could use as a quiz book, but this thing is a tome. If you're having a pub quiz, just pick this up. At $9.99 and almost 2 inches thick, it's a complete bargain. 3,000 questions from the first 50 years of Doctor Who. It will tax your mind, regardless of how much of a fan you think you are. We've been using it, and rather than just do a straight review, I thought I'd give it a bit of a test drive. Long journeys, and last thing at night, I've had the odd question popped at me by my nearest and dearest. Well, I have to say that A, I know a lot less about Doctor Who than I thought, and B, rather than have the answers given to me, I've spent entire days going, no, it was Maureen O'Brien, wasn't it? And things like that. For example, just taking at random, there are simple questions who on first glance you think, yeah, I can do all of those. Things like, who played the companions? In order. Most people can pull it off. They can go, Donna Noble. Yes, I know you just said Catherine Tate, didn't you? Amy Pond. Correct. But then it gets slightly more complicated, obviously, the further we go back. And then, of course, you get the mental block, where you're sitting there going, I can't remember the actress's name who played Romana 1, which, of course, I know you can. But it's that sort of thing. Eventually, they get more and more complicated, but they're not all complicated, so everyone stands a good chance. There are questions grouped together, usually in 10s, but often in 15s. There are Doctor-specific areas, companion-specific areas, companions of specific eras, entire family trees. This thing is as complicated and as nice as you think. Basically, it's the greatest quiz book Doctor Who's ever produced, and I, for one, heartily recommend it. So yeah, if you're ever at some sort of Doctor Who group, you might as well get this. However, if you're going to a Doctor Who group and there might be a quiz on, buy this for yourself and test yourself on the way in. I'm not saying it's cheating, but I am saying there are some lazy quizmasters out there. So it was a short review, but it was a short review of a very big book, saying basically, it's great. You know you want it. Shove it on your Christmas list. Go on, treat yourself. You know you want to. Bore the rest of your relatives mental. Until next time, be seeing you. You've been listening to the Tin Dog podcast. Doctor Who and its connected properties are copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. Whostrology, a Time Traveller's Almanac, is available through Telos Publishing or Amazon. Visit www.whostrology.com for further information. The Tin Dog podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.